Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm super excited. I'm doing something way different, but I've been wanting to do this for a while now. And I just got done at the flip house and I have the ingredients, so I'm going to make it. And I thought, let's just film it and we can make it together. I've been seeing people pickle this purple cabbage. Now, if you have seen, I did a whole Foster's pickles review. I love pickled vegetables. And when I have seen people do this, it looks so simple. I'm like, I can do this. Let's try this. So you need purple cabbage. You need some dill. You need some garlic, peppercorns, and apple cider vinegar, salt, and then hot water. So I'm gonna move the camera down so then you're just gonna see what I'm doing, but I've never done this before. I'm just going by what it seems like you can do different things. Some people were adding brown sugar, but I don't want anything sweet in my pickled vegetables. I just want it to be pickled vegetables. I am more of a savory person, more salt than sweet all the time. So I'm not putting any brown sugar in mine. So I hope that's okay. We'll see how it turns out, but I'm gonna move the camera down so you can see what I'm doing. So for the jars, I have just been keeping, here's some of my Foster's pickle jars, hamburger chip, like pickle chips. So I've just been keeping random jars. So I don't know how much I'm gonna need. So the first thing that people were adding, where is it? They were adding in the bottom so they were putting whole cloves of garlic in. I'm kind of cheating. I don't want it super garlicky. Like they were putting in, I think I'm just gonna use 2 jars, like 3 cloves of garlic in the bottom and 3 cloves in the top. And I just put my peppercorns in this. So we're just gonna take those out. So I'm gonna put in about, I don't know, that much in there and that much in there. Okay, and then I'm just gonna kind of split the dill into 4 because I wanna put it at the bottom and the top. So I'm totally so then this will be over the top. So now I'm just going to shove the cabbage in to the jars and I'm going to, they were packing them in pretty tight. And I cut this into big, you can see chunks. So they kind of had them in bigger chunks. So obviously you could do this anyway. If you wanted it shredded or whatever, you could totally do that too. But when I see them, I mean, they're like really packing it in tight. So I don't even know if I'm gonna have enough for my other jar. Let's just put in these loose ones in here. I'll stop there. And then, I want that piece in there. And we'll do this. I'm going to use the same, let's just do this. Put that down one more. Oh my gosh, this is actually gonna be perfect. It stays so crunchy, and let me cut this just a little bit, might fit in there better. When they're pulling it out to eat it, it stays crunchy, it just looks and sounds so good. So I am super excited about this. Okay, I've got my 2 jars, that was perfect. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put in, I don't know, I just don't want them super garlicky. A little bit more garlic. You can do more or less. I'm going to I'm gonna split this in half and I'm gonna shove those in, get it all in there. And then I'm gonna throw a couple more peppercorns on top. I don't know why I put the lid back on that. And again, I don't know, eyeballing it. That's kind of what they did. So we will see. So now comes the water part or whatever. So I am taking actually, let me do the salt first. This is the salt we have. I will leave the ingredients and everything. Like this is a tablespoon of salt. So I'm putting that in there. And then I will leave a link to like the salt and stuff I'm using. It's the mineral sea salt. And then they used 3 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar is good for you, so that's what I'm using. And then I am going to, now this is where they put some brown sugar, and I don't want to put any brown sugar in mine. I mean, I could put a little bit of I just don't want it sweet at all. So I'm not going to do that, but I am going to go grab my hot water. Okay, so I am just adding now the hot water, and then I am just, now I'm just making a mess over here, and I'm gonna stir this up. You want it to dissolve, obviously. If you had brown sugar in here, you would want that to dissolve. I might need more hot water, but we'll see. So basically all you're gonna do now is get all your little stragglers in there. You're going to, I wondered if onions would be good in this. I don't know. Let me turn this around so you can see it, because you're just looking at the label. So I'm just gonna kind of do it. You see this side like this. Okay, and then I'm going to fill it with hot water, some more, just to fill it to the top. Okay, and then I have a pile of peppercorns to my right on the table. At least they all stayed on the table. And then all you're gonna do is you're going to put your lids on tight. This always makes me nervous when I see them do this part, because I'm like, and you're gonna kind of turn them upside down like this a few times. And then you're gonna store them in the fridge. And I think they say like 3 days. So like 3 days. So I don't know. I don't think they do anything to them in the fridge, but you just wanna, it's not like they turn them every day or something. But now I'm looking at the, maybe I should. If you've done this, if you've made this, tell me, like, what's your tips? What have you liked? Do you like the brown sugar in it? Does it make it? I just don't want it to be sweet at all. And I was wondering, maybe it cuts through some of the, like the vinegar, but yet I just don't want it sweet at all. So I have not been more excited to make something in a long time. If you saw my YouTube short, I was showing you how to open these jars. Because they're hard to open sometimes. That's why you're seeing those on that jar. Okay, I'm gonna throw them in the fridge, and then we will try these together after 3 days and see how they turned out. Pay no mind to how I look. I am cleaning, baking, and wrapping gifts. So, but it is the day that I can try the pickled cabbage. And I'm going to tell you that I opened it and I tried just one of these at the top, and it was too bland for me. So if I were to do this again, and I guess it kind of depends on how you like your pickles or, you know, your pickled vegetables, I would definitely do half and half of the apple cider vinegar and the water, and I would do more salt. So what I did was there was still some room, so I just dumped apple cider vinegar in there and some salt. I didn't dissolve it in hot water, and it's so much better. So again, next time I would definitely, I like it to be pickly and flavorful, and that little amount of, and I would also add more dill. That's what else I would do. I would definitely get more dill. I can taste the garlic, so if you like garlic, I would tell you to add more garlic. I don't want to, I like garlic, but I just don't want to smell like garlic all day. But this stuff, let me grab one out, is so crunchy, which is, It's so crunchy, which I love. And adding that little amount of apple cider vinegar to the rest of the top helps so much. Now, it's so pretty too. Look at the color. You know, if I get way down in there, it might be better. I'm the only one eating this, so you don't have to. I'm the only one gonna eat this. So it might be better way down there too. So I haven't got all the way down there, but I will be doing this again and again. And you're just gonna have to tweak it to your liking, but definitely it's so much better with more vinegar in there. I wouldn't dilute it as much as I did, and it's gonna depend on your jar size and what you're using. So I wondered if my jar might have been a little too big, and so I needed more vinegar anyway. But I just went off the measurements and the ratios of the recipe I had, and they didn't say what size jar they had. So I just started there. I don't miss the sugar. I didn't put any sugar in mine, but you definitely can put, they put like a teaspoon of brown sugar in theirs, and they said they liked it a little bit sweet. I definitely don't want any sweetness in my pickled vegetables, so I didn't add any in mine. But more dill, apple cider vinegar, I would do more of a, for me, like a 1-to-1 ratio. If I do this again, it will be a 1-to-1 ratio with the water, and I will definitely be adding more salt. So give this a try. Let me know if you give it a try. The crunch is unbelievable. Like, that's part of it for me. I would rather have a crunchy, like for crackers, I want a really crunchy cracker. So if you have a favorite crunchy cracker, let me know. I'd love to try it. But so the crunch alone makes me happy. So definitely try this. That's what I learned after. This is the first time I've done this. I was just trying this out. I love it. I will be doing it again. But yeah, so let me know if you try it.